He has lived long and he has prospered. William Shatner has had a life that hasn't necessarily been smooth sailing. After becoming Captain Kirk of the Starship Enterprise in the iconic TV show back in 1966, he's led a life of highs and lows, all of which he's captured in his brand new one-man show touring around Australia. It's Shatner's World. You're just living in it.
All of a sudden, the curtains open up and the beautiful nurse goes, "Oh, I'm your biggest fan."
You are doing this amazing tour, talking about your life, but I wanted to start by doing a bit of time travel with you. I wanted you to take me back to young Bill Shatner, 1966. You walk onto that set of Star Trek. What would you tell that guy? What would you tell him about what his life would become?
Well, an actor's life is strange.
And yours stranger than most.
And mine's stranger than most. No matter how popular, there's always the fear in an actor's mind is, will I work again? You can be a leading actor in something or other, and something happens and you never work again. And so there's always the fear. It's anxiety making. So if you ask me, what would I say to that guy so long ago? I mean, the 50th anniversary is next year. 50 years I would have been going on that stage. So I would have said to him, you see, you don't have to be anxious. You don't have to worry.
But at the same time, in the 1970s, there was a period there where you were living out of the back of a truck as well. So
well, I was.
There's ups and downs.
Well, ups and downs, absolutely. But I was living out of the back of a truck because Star Trek was canceled. It didn't pay very well to begin with. I just gotten a divorce, which took all the money that I had been able to save, and 3 children. And so I was broke. And I was doing summer stock. You have summer stock in Australia?
No, but it's like summer theatre productions.
Summer theatre productions, but within 100 miles of each other, so that 1 week you're in a small town where people go to vacation, and then you're in another small town 100 miles away. Right. But I deliberately bought a shell to go on the back of the truck so I wouldn't have to go to a hotel. And I could make my food. I could save money.
Yeah.
I was living out of a truck for a while after Star Trek.
Were there moments where you're just like, this doesn't feel right? I made this sort of iconic show and now I'm doing this. Were there moments where you felt like there was a disconnect?
Well, absolutely. I remember thinking, people say, "Oh, look, Captain Kirk, how are you?" And I'm thinking, all my kids sitting around the table and they're all going, I gotta feed my kids. I gotta do summer stuff. I gotta feed my children.
A call to 911, another Hollywood tragedy. William Shatner had found the lifeless body of his wife at the bottom of their pool.
Your wife, Noreen, passed away, and she had a problem with alcoholism, and of course there's a halfway house named after her.
I didn't know you knew that. That's exactly right.
For people out there that are struggling with alcohol addiction, or indeed people that are in love with somebody who's struggling with alcohol addiction, what would you say to them?
It's horrible. People who aren't addicted either find it difficult or it's impossible to understand. Not only is it an emotional and a spiritual thing, but it's also a physical thing. The dendrites of your brain nerve ends, grow in such a manner that your brain is different. The addict's brain is different than mine in that it needs to be fed with the thing that you're addicted to. So when I married Noreen, I thought and I said that the love that I felt for her would displace whatever hole there was in her soul that the drink was filling up. And she agreed.
When did you realize that wasn't the case?
The wedding party, she was sober, and at the end of the wedding party, the ceremony in the wedding party, she said, "See, I didn't drink," because she had pledged her sobriety to me. I said, "I know, that's the way it's going to be." And the next morning she was drunk. Somewhere in the middle of the night, she'd started drinking again. And that's when I realized that my marriage, which was hours old, was in trouble already.
Her tears and her joy will remain with me the rest of my life.
I I didn't do it right. I mean, I tried everything with mental health, doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, rehabs. I mean, we did everything, and none of it worked.
The recurring theme of the show is about saying yes to life.
That's what my one-man show, because it's so difficult to explain what it is, it's a form of entertainment, but it's saying yes to life, to the opportunity of life, saying yes to fulfilling your life as much as possible, because I'm here to tell you it's over before you know it. Okay? 50th anniversary of Star Trek next year. 50 years ago I went on to, it's like it was yesterday. 50 years has gone by and I don't know where it went. So I'm telling you from my perspective, do as much as you can, feel as much as you can, give as much as you can in your life, because before you know it, you're dead.
William Shatner, thank you so much for your time. It was really interesting to talk to you.
Thank you.
It's lovely to meet you.